What's up, guys? So today we're going to go over the figure eight with our nunchucks. So you guys are probably wondering why I have a stick here. And so let's go ahead and get into our guard stance and I'll show you why. So what we're doing with our figure eight is we're making an X across the body. So if we have our opponent in front of us, we're coming across the body making an X, slicing down the body, coming across the other way, slicing across the body. So 1, 2. Alright, so that's what we're doing. So it's a little bit easier for me to explain with an eskrima stick versus a nunchuck. So we're going to have our stick here. If you have a stick, grab a stick, and that way you can learn this move with a stick, and then you can kind of convert that into nunchucks. Alright, so we're going to take our stick here, and we're going to make an X across the body. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Let's go ahead and switch, do the same thing with the other side. Alright, so we come down, like we're chopping across the body diagonally. And we're coming back. 2, 1, 2. And we just keep that momentum coming, 1, right into the next one. So as we strike, we keep this momentum going, and we bring it up right into the next strike. Coming across the body, 1, 2, 1, 2. And we're just making an X. 1, 2. Alright, guys, so the scrim stick, that's a good way to warm up, kind of get used to this, used to how it moves. Also, we can do this big like we're doing, right, where we're chopping across the body, or we can make this a little bit tighter, where we're going like this, using more of our wrist. But I'm doing the same thing, making X here, making X here. So I'm coming striking and striking, striking and striking. Alright, so practice that, practice doing it big, also practice doing it small. So we're striking here, 1, 2. Alright, same thing on the other side, do a few where we're making it big. And now do a few where we make it small. Alright, so now that we get a little bit more comfortable with our stick, now we're ready to do it with our nunchucks. Alright, so bring our nunchuck over our shoulder, and we're just chopping across the body diagonally, bringing it down. 1, bring it up, 2, 1, 2. We're just making the X. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. And we can stop it here, bring it up to our shoulder, 1. Bring it up to our shoulder, 2. Or we can keep the momentum going and just go 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Alright, now let's do the same thing on the other side. Alright, we're going to bring it up to the shoulder, and we're just chopping across the body. 1. Bringing it back up. Chopping across the body, 2. Bring it to our shoulder, 1. Bring it up, 2. Bring it to our shoulder, 1. Bring it up, 2. Alright, so once we do that slow, we can kind of keep that momentum going. So we just want to go 1, 2, making a circle, making a figure 8 here. Alright. So now, we're doing it kind of big, making our figure 8 big here, right? Using our whole arm. Now you can do this with our whole arm, or we can do that really tight right here, but we're doing the same thing. We're going 1, 2, 1, 2. Alright, so I want you to practice both. I want you to practice doing it big, and then I also want you to practice doing it small, making it tighter. Alright, just getting used to the coordination, getting used to how your nunchuck moves. Alright, and then we're going to switch and do the same thing with our left hand. So, make a few of them big. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. And then make it a little bit tighter. Alright. We can even practice this from a forward spin. So we may be doing our nunchuck, spinning it forward, right? And now we can go right into our figure eight. Right back to a forward spin, figure eight. Right back to your forward spin, figure eight. Right back to your forward spin. All right. Same thing other side, forward spin. We're just spinning it forward and going right into a figure eight. Spinning it forward, figure eight. Forward spin, figure eight. All right. One last thing I'm going to show you guys today. You've probably seen me do it already a few times. But when I'm doing my figure eight and I'm ready to be done, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to come a little bit lower with my figure eight into my hand. So my hand's going to be right here, just right here by my hip. I'm doing a figure eight, and once I come to this side and I'm ready to come back, I'm just throwing it right into my hand. Okay? So we're doing our figure eight here. Go with this side, and then we're just throwing it right back to your hand. So you can be right back to your guarding stance. All right? Very simple, easy to do. Throw it right into your hand. Boom. All right? You can even practice doing a spin right here. I've done this a few times. We're spinning it just on the side. Then you switch direction. You switch to spin it on the other side, I guess. And you're just throwing it right into your hand to catch. Spin it around and catch. Spin around and catch. Spin around and catch. Spin around and catch. All right? And you can do this from a forward spin, or you can do this from a figure eight. And so you got your 1, 2. When you go to 1, you can catch it. All right, now switch. Let's practice with the other hand as well. Start off just doing a forward spin and catching. Man, just right here, and just falls right into my hand. And just like open, it's right here. Boom. Falls right in my hand. As soon as I feel it, I grab it. So I'm going to spin it around. Ooh, that was sloppy. And catch. Spin around and catch. Spin around and catch. All right, now let's go into a figure eight. So I'm just spinning it around here. Boom, and catch. All right, so I'll spin it around into a figure eight. And then when you're done, you can catch. All right, so that's that's a good way to stop the momentum, and now you're ready for your next move, whatever that may be. So if you're in a figure eight and you're just like, okay, I want to end it, boom, you can come right here. Or you can do an armpit catch as well if you're spinning it around. Boom, right into your armpit catch. Back to your figure eight. Boom, armpit catch. All right. If you have any questions, go ahead and drop it below in the comments. If not, thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you next time.